Hey, what's going on? It's Matt with MJ Gabel, Advisors and Trustees of Fine Jewelry here in upstate New York, and I come to you today on a topic that we deal with all the time. It's sellers, either on groups like on Facebook or Poshmark or other sites that are trying to sell their diamond jewelry on their own, which is fine. We have that service and we do that for customers and clients all over the country. We consign, sell, broker for them, protect them, i.e. So there's something I wanted to go over with because this has been a controversial issue when it comes to pricing things for sale. A lot of people feel that the appraised value is an equivalent value when selling your diamond piece, and it's not. So just bear with me, and I'll post this. I have a write-up that I actually did for a couple of groups and posted it. Got great response and feedback from people that are selling. I'll quickly read it, though, and I'll also post it below so you can read it. So appraised value, values for diamond jewelry. It's a big topic. Hopefully this helps sellers understand basically how to value your pieces when selling them. For this example, we're going to use a 1 carat round brilliant center diamond, F color, VS2 clarity, 2 side diamonds. They're going to be baguettes totaling 0.40 carats total weight, 0.20 each. Setting is going to be platinum with a 4-prong, double prong head on the setting. So there's 5 diamond values that are associated with this diamond ring. And I'll also try to get a picture too of that piece. The appraised value is going to be the top value. An appraised value on anything is a value representing if it's lost, stolen, or damaged, and it needs to be replaced. It needs to be replaced up to that value from another jeweler. So we have to build it from scratch. We have to source the diamond. We have to recast the platinum or gold. We have to have the diamonds set, etc. So that is going to be the most expensive value. That value on that piece that I just described is about $16,750 of appraised value. But then there's a secondary value to that, below that. That's the retail value. That's the value, the price purchased new from a retailer or online e-retailer. The price should always, this price, your retail price should always be less than your appraised value. If for some reason you get into a situation where you purchased it for 10 grand and it appraises it $8,000 or $9,000, that's a problem. Those numbers need to be reversed. You need to pay less on it than what it appraised for. The appraised value should be more. So the retail value on this piece that we're specifically talking about, $14,400. The appraised value was $16,750. There's another value there. Let's say you wear this piece for 5 years, 2 years, a year, 10 months. It doesn't matter. It's used at that point. This is the used secondary market value. This is your value. This is if you're trying to sell this diamond ring back into the marketplace, what the value of this piece is going to be. So the used secondary market is when selling your piece to an end user, consumer. The value is normally the value between the wholesale value, jeweler's cost, and retail, e-retail value. The cost or the secondary market value on this specific piece, $6,400 to $7,300. That's what you can expect to get for it. You as a private individual are trying to sell it back into the marketplace by yourself. Then there's the wholesale value. The wholesale value is raw costs. This is the cost of the piece prior to the jeweler's markup. This is the cost for them either to create it or to buy it from a supplier. Those are roughly the same numbers. Before, again, their markup. So the cost, raw materials and costs on a piece like this is $4,800 to $5,500 cost. A lot of jewelers probably aren't going to like that I'm sharing that information. Then there's the liquidation value. Liquidation value is a lot of times people come to us and need something for when they get a divorce, and the attorney needs something to say, hey, if you were to sell these pieces right now, not in the secondary market, used secondary market, but if you had to sell these right now, what would somebody pay you for them? So this liquidation value is basically selling into trade to a jeweler, diamond dealer, wholesaler, etc. This value is most often below wholesale, and jewelers and people in trade normally will not purchase items at wholesale because there's typically several available already at that price point. So try to understand that. If you're trying to sell something to a jeweler and let's just say this ring is available to them already at $3,500 materials, they're not going to pay you $3,500 or more for it because it's already available to them at that $3,500 price point. So And I give an example in here specifically about that, like I just said. So you as an individual wouldn't certainly pay somebody, let's say a car. If you've got 10 available in the marketplace for $10,000, that specific car, and somebody wants to sell you their car, you're not going to pay $11,000 for it. You're going to pay below 10 if you can on a deal because there's already a bunch available for 10. So the liquidation value on this specific piece, $3,500 to $4,500. So I will say this. These values are pretty much specific to general pieces, not named pieces, i.e. Tiffany, Cartier, Harry Winston, Van Cleef. Those items hold their value much, much better in the resale or used end user consumer marketplace than these pieces. It's no different than a man or a woman who goes out there and takes a 1970 Chevelle, completely guts it, makes it custom, special to them. They're going to have six figures into that car. There's no way they're going to be able to sell that car for six figures when they're said and done with it. It's them putting the money into it and enjoying it. So remember that. I'll post this below in the comments so everybody has it. And that's basically it. It wraps up. So hopefully if you're in the market to sell something, you find this video, you read this information. If you do need help evaluating your pieces or appraising them and getting an idea of what they're going to sell for in the secondary market, we're happy to help you do that. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thanks.